Hey guys, I'm Stan Wolf and welcome back to the channel and welcome to the wave pool reveal. Now, my buddies Kitty Claw, Christy, they thought I was crazy. I think what a lot of people, when I started first messing around with this, is everybody knows it is so tough. If you've been around this water park stuff or if you've tried it in game yourself, wave pools are tough. It is hard to make them look right. And I think with the little bit of weird spin that we were able to put on this, particularly not what you might actually get a better appreciation of this once the real-time section of this starts, because I went through a bunch of different variations. As a matter of fact, this part that you see, this may have been the third version actually, because yeah, the texture, I couldn't get it on that angle. I was going for like that, kind of like Rudy's Nepali angle. Remember how, like, if you look at his beach, how the way he set the texture up, the water towards the beach is a lot lighter and a lot brighter. And then of course, as you angle down to the deeper water, the texture needs to look darker and deeper. Well, that is a lot easier conceptualized, a lot easier said than done. And I finally, after about 3 or 4 tries, a couple different variations, I was able to get that deeper water look like you would need in something like this. And you can see, I think using Leaf Scott's, Galaxy's Edge pieces, I think with sloping the angle down like I was able to, starting up at the top, and blending the 32 millimeter billboard pieces into that decking, that was able to create the illusion. Like I said, it was just a really weird build. Almost gave up on it. And I don't mean in the sense of like, okay, this water park's not going to have a wave pool. I mean, I almost gave up on it for now. Like, I was like, after 3 or 4 times, I was almost sitting here saying, okay, let's move on to something else. Let's just get another set of slides in. And as a matter of fact, I deleted a set of slides that I started based on not being able to get this looking right. So that is kind of what happened. But this final version here, I was able to tweak it enough. I was able to mess with it enough where I think it's pretty believable. And one thing that you guys, that's why the social media stuff is so critical, like as far as just sometimes not releasing these videos. I mean, sometimes I know I'll put the videos out and I'll, if there's no social media involved, no pictures involved, there's a lot of comments, a lot of really good comments of people like, oh man, you should have did this and that would have worked out awesome. And by that time, a lot of times the video's already out and, I'm so far involved with whatever's happened. It's kind of, a lot of times it's too late to go back and delete it, or, I'm like too lazy to go back and delete it and like revamp this whole area. But the point of this little rant is, remember, Fisherman had actually created a set of waves for one of his builds. And the moment that I put this picture out on Instagram, Instagram and Twitter actually, in the Bro Nation, it may have not have been maybe 4 minutes later, like 3 people were like, oh dude, you have to get Fisherman's waves. And honestly, I had totally forgot about that. And so you won't see it here in the time lapse, but when we switch over to the real time, yes, I brought those waves in and they make a ton of difference. And the only thing, and we'll talk about this when we get into the real time too, I may have made the slope decking a little too big. Like right now, the way this is set up, I might scale that back a little bit. Like after we're done recording this and talking about it, I'll let you guys see it first. But out as far as the sloping deck goes, might have made that a little too large. I don't know. We'll just kind of have to gauge your all's thoughts about it. And kind of just see what you think. But I think we kind of need a little more pool. I mean, And two, it's like I said, this park, we're not going low budget, but we're not necessarily going Volcano Bay either. Like this is like it's a big project. It's a beefy budget. But we still kind of want to have like a hometownish kind of lake feel, like maybe a regional type of water park. It kind of, it's like I've said from the beginning, kind of like a Splash Country. It's more of a regional type of water park, like people from New York, Orlando, Missouri, places like they're not Indiana. They're not going to really. That's not really the draw for it. It's more of like a, 200-300 mile out type of water park. And what we'll kind of look at it is like, almost like a hidden gem type of water park, kind of like Splash Country is. Like every time I put a Splash Country video out, and for those of you guys that don't know, Splash Country is Dollywood's water park. And when I put a video like that out, you wouldn't believe how many people say, Dollywood has a water park. Like no one, it's like a totally just mountain water park secret. Like just a lot of people do not like a lot of people know about Dollywood. They do not know about the water park that's like 200 feet on the other side of Dollywood's parking lot. And maybe that is kind of the story, kind of the angle we're going on this. So I've got another little food court out here. I need to change up the variation of the building. Like I said, big shout out to Woody for his train station. That is the main theme for a lot of these restaurants and buildings and restrooms. It really just flows with that rustic lake, Disney's river country type vibe with the metal roofing mixed in with the shingles. A lot of wood pillars, a lot of stone pillars. Just really, really kind of cool angle that's going for right there. But this right here, what we're kind of finishing up on here towards the end of the time lapse. This is like the staging area of the wave pool. This is where I still have to create some good like chair backs, we need to get, I build a building over here off to the right hand side that's kind of like a staff building, lifeguard building, station over here, where they can keep supplies and break rooms and stuff like that. So what I think we'll do is let's go ahead and we will jump into the real time. And that's where a lot of your all's feedback comes to play. And up here, like I said, where you see the back wall, that is totally changed. I didn't film the time lapse of it because it was kind of like a last minute decision, but there's going to be an upper tier area up there. And I might even continue the whole park out that way. I don't know if it'll just be a hill up there or what, but yeah, let's just jump into the real time and show you guys kind of what I have going on up here. And I think you guys are really going to think this is cool. So hold on one sec. Yeah, so here we are, guys, and I just can't thank you guys enough for you guys and Fisherman for reminding me about his wave, kind of like his wave setup that he created pretty good while ago. And, the thing about it is it really just brings so much life to the wave pool. I think you guys will agree. It really, it looked okay the way we first had it, but it was kind of staticky and, a little lifeless. But bringing in, like even all the way back here, you can see just this sequence that he's got going is really, really cool. And I probably maybe tweak this a little bit, set this up a little better, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys the angle I was going for. And so that is a really, really excellent compliment to the actual wave pool. And I've got this little kind of seam right here that's kind of down in the water between the two pieces. I'll kind of have to work that out a little bit, see if I can lower that back piece a little bit. I think that's what's essentially causing that line. And but yeah, I was saying on it might seem kind of obvious, but maybe not to a lot of you guys that don't try to build water parks. But I mentioned it on Reddit a couple days ago that it's really important to not just use your texture and then that be it. You need to have the water in there because it just, like I said, it just becomes kind of staticky, kind of lifeless if you don't actually add in the in-game water. I said it was kind of like back in the day before we had water and we had to use like the blue roof pieces. So definitely if you're trying something like this, do not forget to add in your actual water. So another thing back here, I thought it would be really cool to, a couple people were saying, I think it might have been Space or somebody was saying like, yeah, we could definitely see somebody, some kid is jumping off of that ledge down into the wave pool, but hopefully not. Hopefully we'd have staff and, maybe kind of like some drink stands up here and stuff that would actually keep people from trying to leap off that edge. But yeah, this is like the top little area up here. And I think I'm going to make this almost like a little village up here. I think like this will be like the top tier of the water park back there. And of course it'll have the slides and all that. And I'm thinking of doing like a really cool slide complex up here, kind of like starting up at the top here, and it like winds its way down, totally enclosed tubes, and it'll wind its way down over here to a splash pool. And so yeah, it'll have like a little like a path, of course, that'll bring you up to this upper level, and then you can slide down or start, kind of messing around with the stuff that'll eventually be up here. But yeah, there are all kinds of plans going on. I've been rushed with ideas and stuff I want to try. And I think the layout is pretty cool so far. But like I said, like I was telling Commander, one of my favorite points so far has got to be when you first come into the park and you can see Fire Tower Fall from the beginning. I just think that is absolutely awesome how they can walk through and you can kind of weave your way in and out. And, you make your way to all these different pools, grab your barbecue. I think it is coming out pretty cool. And like I said, right here, this is going to be full of, kind of like your little lounge chairs. And so, yeah, that will be dotted all through there. Over here on each side of these rocks, I think we will get some really, towel stands, towel return bins, just stuff like that. And you can kind of sit here and take on the wave pool view. Such a centerpiece, such an iconic piece for so many water parks that I kind of wanted to put a little different spin on it and have like the waterfalls kind of, making their way, kind of flanking each sides of the wave pool. This is actually the stone you see here. Is actually a lifeguard walking platform, so you wouldn't actually be able to get up on those rocks and jump off or anything, but we will have some cliff diving sections and some rock climbing wall sections that are actually over the water, so a lot of that type of stuff is planned, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy that. Like I said, there'll be pools dedicated just to rock climbing walls and cliff diving, kind of like they have at Adventure Island right off of Busch Gardens in Tampa. So I've got a lot of ideas for that type of stuff. I'm really going to switch up the switch up the buildings a little bit now that we've used this like 3 or 4 times to kind of set that tone. We'll get some different variations going, because if you flip back right here, I've even used it kind of right here, where you can grab your towels and little miscellaneous drinks and stuff like that, kind of facing the wave pool. And then, of course, Just Ribbon has its version right here, where you can grab your barbecue, take it back to your table or your seat. So a lot of stuff going on, guys. And like I said, I always appreciate your all's feedback. And what you guys think, what do you think I should add? What is something near one of your home water parks that you'd love to see me try to recreate here? So anyways, guys, yeah, I will jump on out of here. Just wanted to grab your feedback, and what do you think of us actually having a wave pool now? That was a big item on my checklist that I was really kind of worried about, and worrying about seeing if I could make it look good, and I think we have accomplished that. Big shout out to Fisherman for his contributions for the wave making machines. And yeah, guys, I'm having a blast with this. Look out on the channel for some another thing, kind of non-Planet Coaster related, Planet Zoo related. Remember, coming on Monday, the PC Gamer Show is actually happening. So we are going to get our actual first look at some Planet Zoo actual gameplay trailer reveal. So really exciting stuff. And as far as the rest of the weekend goes, don't forget to look out for some, I think we're going to jump back into some Planet Safari. My Planet Safari build, and maybe try to work on that a little bit and kind of give everybody an update on that. And yeah, guys, so anyways, thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me. I'm S. Stan Wolf. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It's all S. Stan Wolf all the time. And like I said, I always say I can put out little quick update clips quicker than putting out these YouTube videos, kind of all throughout the day as I'm kind of building on this stuff and creating new exhibits on there and new water slides on here. So yeah, thank you guys for dropping by and checking this out with me. Don't forget to smash that like button if you end up enjoying this video, and subscribe for more Planet Coaster, Planet Water Park weirdness here. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you. See ya.